Today I'm going to show you how to do different type of things in Adobe After Effects CS3. So the first thing we're going to want to do is double click in your project library, and let's bring up a project. Let's drag that project over to the new comp window. Of course, we'll bring this new composition in and our layer with the movie. So what I'm going to do is click there on the source name and hit enter, which will allow us to rename it, and we're just going to call this, we'll just say John Entrance. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to start, I really want to play around with some effects and how to do different things. And the first thing we're going to want to do before talking about the effects is go to Layer, New, Solid. Color doesn't mean anything. I kind of like the green. Make comp, and we can call this Effects 1. See, it names it Effects, and it takes this green screen. You're saying to me, John, what the heck's this green screen? It covers the movie. Well, right under here, just click right there. It hides that green screen. That green screen's still there, but you don't see it. Now, adding effects can be done in several different ways. You could go in here and type in blur, and it gives you all the blur options. You can hit the drop downs, select what you need here. You can go to effects and go in here and do different effects. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go to effects, and let's see, let's go to fast blur. So now basically you're looking, okay, there's no blurriness. So what we're going to do is we're going to set a keyframe, and if we hit the drop down here, you can basically see the keyframes as they go. Okay, we're going to move, actually let's start off with some blurriness, and let's fade into 0. So right there, what that has done, if I play the movie, slowly brings it in. Now, depending on what other effects you want to do, you can do something like this. Let's go to where it actually comes in. And we can go to effects. Again, I'm not making this look pretty or maybe something you'd never do, but I'm just giving you some examples here. Let's go to CC Burn Film. Now what you're going to want to do, insert your keyframe. There you go, you can see the keyframe here. Let's move it up to, let's say 39. Now, you might not want to do that right away. You might want to insert the burn there at 0 and maybe come a little ways and then give yourself some burn. Now, let's say you wanted to move this around. You can always do a keyframe for center and basically change that all around. We're not going to do that. If you click on a keyframe and you decide, well, I don't want to do keyframes for it, just uncheck it. Any keyframes, past, future, present, will go away. So continuing with the burn, let's go to about 3 seconds, and let's change the burn to back to 0. So if I quickly go back, play what we have so far, and there you go. Now, there are other things you can do. You can change the color of that burn. I'm not really going to get into that with this tutorial on how to do that, but that is possible to do if you wanted to change that around. Now, one other thing you might see, I've seen some people have done it this way. You get to a certain point, you might, want to do like another solid. You can say, John, what if I, instead of, let's do this, let's click here, let's hit the delete key. Okay, so right now I just went back to just having my fast blur. Okay, so let's say you wanted to, could I do it this way? Could you go to Layer, New, Solid, and call this Effects 2, make comp size. Could I go here, go to CC Burn Film, check that so I can see. Could I do this? So, could I do this? Will this work? Actually, let me, hold and shift clicking each of these keyframes. Let me move this. Because these overlap, is it going to do this until it gets to this and you won't see this? Let's find out. They work together. Now, is this the proper way of doing it? I don't know if you consider it proper or not proper. It's kind of nice to sometimes split them apart. Is it needed? No. Is it overkill? Probably. But, for this time being, yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. And I would just all do it in, one, effects layer. Makes it kind of easy to do that type of stuff.